There's a few things with the eyes, right? There's a few things, characteristics with the eyes that I've observed when it comes to the dark triad personalities. One is that they have dead eyes, right? Or like soulless eyes. And I'm not saying they're soulless. I don't think that they're soulless. I just think that they're lost souls, right? But there's like a deadness in the eye. Then the other one is when they're in that rage and their pupils are dilated and the eyes actually look like black eyes, right? Have you seen that? Or they get those bulging eyes when they're raging, where they get really big. They're like, and they're foamy at the mouth. But the other thing that I've noticed with narcissists, especially those covert ones that are super duper charming, they have like this little twinkle in their eye. Have you ever noticed that? They have this little twinkle. Like they're just like, something extra is going on there. And have you ever noticed that? The twinkle in the eye? Am I the only one who's observed that? Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. The twinkle. The narcissistic twinkle in the eye.
They don't love you, and that's not your fault. They want to use you. That's not your fault. They want to control you. That's not your fault. They want to make you feel like your opinions don't matter. That's not your fault. They make you feel like you're walking on eggshells every day of your life. That's not your fault. You didn't do anything to deserve this. You entered this relationship or this marriage on false pretenses, and that is not your fault. They want to spread some breadcrumbs every once in a while to make you feel like they're trying, but they're not. They don't want to be exposed. They don't want you to open your mouth. They don't want you to realize your worth. They don't want you to realize that you can do it without them. So they're going to do everything they possibly can to make you feel like you can't. I'm living proof that you can move on, that you can get past this, and that you do deserve more than a narcissist will ever give you. So do yourself a favor. Try and dig deep and realize that, so you can get to the life that you deserve to live.
I wish everyone understood that breaking up with a narcissist isn't just a normal breakup. You don't go through the normal breakup routine. You don't just get over it in, a couple weeks, or you move on to someone else and it's finally all over and your feelings are out of your mind, disappear. With a narcissist, you have trauma that you have to get over. You have pieces of that relationship that sit with you potentially for life because they affected you so much, because they broke you down so much that you're reactive to everything. They groomed you into the person that you are now. And you learned all these things subconsciously because they programmed you to be a certain way so they could control you. And it's like, how do you actually move on from that? You have to unlearn everything that they taught you or trained you to do or believe or whatever it is. And it doesn't just happen like that. However long you were with them, however long you were like that, it takes time.
Here are 5 things that narcissists hate. Number 1, boundaries. Narcissists think that they do no wrong and they can do whatever they want, so they hate to have boundaries put on them. Number 2, being wrong. Narcissists love to be right and they hate being wrong. They will feed off of the conflict of an argument, and they will even lie to make themselves appear to be right, even when they're wrong. Number 3, having their behaviors questioned. If you ask a narcissist why they did something, it will automatically put them on the defensive and cause conflict. Number 4, losing control and power. Narcissists are control freaks and extremely manipulative. They always want you to do what they want you to do. Number 5, being ignored. Narcissists always want all the attention on them, and if you ignore them, it literally drives them crazy. Follow for more.
There is so much loss when you love a narcissist. You lose connections with loved ones, your health, finances, mental stability, and worst of all, you lose yourself.
Get ready for 9 things a narcissist will not do for you. Number 1, they won't bother with your problems. Number 2, they don't care about how you feel. Number 3, they're not sorry for their actions. Number 4, they won't appreciate what you're doing. Number 5, they won't appreciate your peers. Number 6, they won't make you feel good about yourself. Number 7, they will not take responsibility for their actions. Number 8, they will not do anything for you. Number 9, and this one's the most important one for you to remember, they will never love you.
Yo, you know what's the most creepy thing about not only narcissists, but just predator type individuals? If you recognize one and you know one and you talk to one, let me put it this way, say you on a long rant, or you trying to give somebody some game, or you're trying to explain yourself in a situation. Look at that predator's face. It's almost like they got glass eyes. You know how they say narcissists or toxic people don't have no souls? I've noticed this. These type of people will literally be staring at you almost like they taking in your information, like they're reading you. It's the weirdest thing ever. And I've noticed that because I noticed that some people will hear the stuff you've been through, the craziest shit you've been through, and they'll target you because you've been through that. They'll target you because they know you've been through something. It's almost like in their minds, you're more susceptible to get caught in their web of toxicity.
If I just gave you both $1 million cash, how would you feel?
I would be extremely grateful.
Would anybody be able to get you in a bad mood for a little while?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Deanna, would you agree?
I would agree 100%.
If I said I'll give you the $1 million, matter of fact, I made it 10 million, but you couldn't wake up tomorrow, you're done. Would you take it?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so what you're both saying is that just waking up tomorrow is worth more than $10 million.
That's hell of a perspective. And yep, it is. Yeah. It is worth it.
Then why ain't you feeling that way every damn time you wake up?
Oh, shit. Damn. I never looked at it that way.
Nobody does, dude. That's why we get up and we're all bummed out. We have a bad day, and this sucks, and that sucks, and the world hates me, and that's not fair, and I can't lose weight because of this reason, and I can't get in shape, and I can't make money, and blah, 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 blah. Guys, we woke up. It's gonna be a good day. The question is how good is it gonna get? Right. And if it doesn't get as good as we want, guess what? Hopefully we wake up the next day.
A narcissist says he doesn't want to lose you, not because he loves you. If you're gone, where does he get his power? He loves to control you. That's his power. That's what makes him feel important, because in the outside world, nobody respects him. Who can he control if you go? He does these things behind closed doors for a reason, because if you leave, there is no hope for him. And the moment you say enough is the moment he loses all power.
Let's see if I could do narcissistic relationships in 60 seconds. Ready, go. You meet somebody, it's euphoric. You've never felt this way with somebody. They said they've never felt this way about somebody ever in their life. Everything is amazing. You date really fast. You say, I love you really fast. And then they slowly start messing with you, pulling away your reality, making you question yourself. Your nervous system is shot to shit. You're always in fight or flight. You question them if anything's wrong. They tell you you're crazy, you're too sensitive. They tell you that you changed, there's something wrong with you, accuse you of cheating because they're actually cheating. They make you blame yourself and think that there's something wrong with you, and you lose all sense of who you are. You feel like a shell of a person. You're just doing anything to make this person approve of you because you just want the love back of the person they presented to you. They make you feel like no one else ever has, but now you feel like the worst fucking shit in the planet. And now what they're doing is they're completely taking away themselves. They're making you question everything about your reality, and they're talking to their new supply, and they're going to leave you, and you're going to sit there and wonder what the fuck happened.
Trauma that narcissistic abuse causes that not a lot of people talk about. When you're chronically exposed to narcissistic abuse, your nervous system has learned to stay in its fight or flight mode, or survival mode, meaning you're highly anxious all the time. You're hypervigilant, you hear every single sound, and you're very sensitive to people's energies and different things like that in your environment. When you heal, a humongous part of it is teaching your nervous system how to shift down regulate into its calmer state or rest and digest system. Literally have to relearn how to feel safe in your own body. And as you're doing this, you're going to feel exhausted. You're going to need more naps. You're going to need more rest because your body's not just running on stress hormones anymore.
There's a lesser known type of narcissism called covert narcissism. Covert narcissists are harder to spot because their self-importance comes in an indirect way. They frequently feel like the victim and have a big sense of entitlement. Here are some examples of the victim attitude in covert narcissists.
I would have been the best if I had a trust fund like they did. An hourly job, it's kind of beneath me. I mean, I have a PhD. I put in the work. It's a little beneath my intellectual level just to do an hourly job. I mean, what's the point of taking this acting class? I've done more actual on-screen work than the instructor. So she wants to finish her PhD, but she's gonna wait a year after finishing her master's just to, reevaluate and take care of some other things. Clearly, it's not that important to her. I don't think you're gonna get a PhD with that lack of dedication.
I don't know why they even asked Sheila about it. I know so much more than Sheila. It's just typical how people don't appreciate my expertise. I've been doing social media for 5 years and he suddenly has so many more followers than me. I cannot believe how lucky some people are. I guess I just need to work harder than other people to have just a little bit of success. As you can see, covert narcissists tend to be consistently envious of others and entitled to that person's success. On the outside, they seem reserved and self-deprecating, but on the inside, they feel superior.
Should you ever confront a narcissist? Like, somebody's going to come listen to this podcast and be like, all right, that's it. I'm calling dad.
Nope. If we only said one thing in this entire podcast episode, never, ever call out a narcissist. We would be giving the single most brilliant piece of advice.
Why do you never call out a narcissist?
They're going to rage at you and they're going to scream at you, and they may be telling everybody out there that you are the narcissist. I think the better way to play that is you see them, now change your behavior. Stop being supply for them. Stop engaging with them. Stop taking the bait.
If you call home and the first thing out of somebody's mouth is, haven't heard from you in a long time, you should not say, the phone works both ways.
No way. No, if you know this person's narcissistic, absolutely not. So they say, haven't heard from you in a long time. And you'd say, no, you haven't.
Oh.
And then where are they going to go with that? Because what you've done is you've taken away the volley. They're playing tennis. You need to play solitaire.
If you want to feel like you've truly lost your mind, then have an argument with a narcissist. You will feel like you have gone crazy. This is what they do. Number one, they will deliberately misunderstand. They know exactly what you're talking about, but it's a form of manipulation because they love it when you get completely frustrated and you're stumbling over your words because you so want to be heard and understood. 2, if you corner them on a subject, they will say something like, well, I don't like your tone. Or, why are you speaking to me like that? Why did you say that word? Why did you say that word? And so what you find is that you're not talking about the initial topic. You're defending yourself about your tone of voice or the word that you chose to use. And you then end up apologizing. 3, they love word soups. They will go on and on. You give up the will to live. It makes no sense. It's rambling. They bring in the past things that you've done, things which are irrelevant, and you just give up. And 4, they can become really aggressive. They can call you all sorts of names, raise their voice, swear, which is really code for back off, leave me alone, don't challenge me, don't criticize me. You see, when you argue with somebody, it's the way of being understood, but not for a narc. A narcissist argues to score points and to win and to get supply.
A simple test for narcissism. All we got to do is call someone out on their behavior, communicate a boundary, tell them no, or even simply disagree with them and see how they respond. Now, if they are narcissistic and we call them out, they might lose their minds. They might try to guilt and shame us. They might try to tell us that our boundaries are silly or ridiculous. In other words, they will flip the script back on us and gaslight us, and they will become emotionally volatile. If we tell them no, same thing. They might lose their minds and get all upset at us, tell us we're crazy for saying no, or even a disagreement where we have a different opinion, but they can't handle it because they need people to think just like them to reaffirm them. They don't have the security and the comfortability in their own skin to even tolerate differing points of view. That's the test.